It's going, getting all figured it out, trying to get figured out here, man.
Heck yeah. Good to see you.
Yeah, good seeing you too, man. I shoot, man. Hold on,
Oh,
trying
you're
to get
fine.
this trying to get this thing to work. Yes. By the way, welcome to the Richie T podcast, and we are here with Hunter Holsom of Soothsayer, Texas. Man, what's going on, Hunter? Just
How's it
trying to get this
going?
thing. It's going, man. Just trying to get this thing figured out here. Let me see. Where is the rotate flip? Uh, nope, that's not it. Trying to get this thing to go long ways. Can't do it. Oh well, we'll figure it out. We'll just go with it.
Sweet.
Yeah, let me just get a little bit more centered here. There we go. All right, it's gonna have to do like this. Came up better
No
the other time.
worries. It
Yeah, all right,
works.
man. Yeah, all right, man. Well, hey, man, what's been going on since the last time we talked, man? It's been a minute.
Oh man, just a lot, man. And I got married. I've been just writing a lot of music and working. That's all I do.
Yeah, man. Yeah, yeah, man. Yeah, I think the last time I was in well, I saw you when I was in Abilene. I want to say close to a year ago, maybe. I want to say
Yeah,
now.
it was about a
It's
year
been,
ago, I think.
yeah, it's about a year, man. It's been so and so. Same here, man. Just been working and trying to get this thing going, and just trying to
Yeah.
get the YouTube thing going. So yeah, man. So what's been Soothsayer? What's Soothsayer been up to lately?
So we just recorded a single. We did it ourselves, in house, and we just released a lyric video for that. It's
Okay.
called Bottom Feeder, so everybody
Yeah.
can go check that out on YouTube and everything. And other than that, we just went back to the studio, to our main producer. Um, he is now free again, so we decided to, better to go to him and have an outside perspective on our music rather than in house. So we just went and did another single. And we're about to release that here pretty quickly. So, other than that, we're trying to just kind of take it easy and work on social media presence. And um, I know that next year we have a plan to do some runs. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. We did a run this year, towards the end of the, or yeah, towards the middle of the summer. So that went good. We did a 4-day run. Um, so got some good traction off that, and it was a good time overall. So
That's awesome, man. Very cool, man. Very cool. Um, so yeah, man. I've checked out Bottom Feeder. Matter of fact, I was listening to it on the before we started, so I can
awesome.
get reevaluated with it. I haven't heard it in a while, but tell me about the song, man. What's it mainly about, and what was the process in recording that?
So obviously, it's kind of a more heavier song for us. Um, it just basically is about like somebody that deals with the bottom, the lowest of the low. Like they don't want to um, be better or change, into a more positive perspective. They want to deal and stay in the lower plane, I guess you could say,
Hmm.
a lower frequency. So yeah, so it's not really directed towards anybody, just more of the attitude um, in general. Like if you're not being positive and trying in life, you're basically putting yourself at the bottom. So that's kind of what that song's about. And the process of it was fun. It was really piggy because me and my buddy Colin, we engineered the whole thing and produced it. And of course the guys came
Shout
in
out
and,
Fire Ant.
oh, thank you. Shout out Colin. Yeah.
There you go. I'm gonna
Um,
have to get Colin on here.
yeah, dude, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, we just kind of recorded everything. We actually recorded drums in San Angelo at Ryan's friend's studio. Um, and then we took everything and then took it home and recorded the rest of the instruments at home at my place. So it was a bit of a process just because we're super picky on our own music, and especially me, I'm super critical on how things sound, and I want it to sound as best as it can, and that's why it's kind of better, I think, in our opinion, to have Luke from Black Room Studios back, because he does bring that outside perspective to us. He knows how we sound, um, and he's going to be critical on it, but he's not going to sit there like me and take 1,000 years on trying to make my mix the best mix in the world when obviously you can overanalyze things very easily if you sit there long enough and let your
Right.
ears go numb to it.
I hear you. I hear you. Yeah, man. Well, those of us that are joining us here on the live, and I'm Richie T of the Richie T podcast. That's Hunter right over there.
Yo.
He plays in a band called Soothsayer out of Abilene, Texas, and good friend of mine right here, and been around my podcast since the beginning practically, and
Oh yeah,
almost 5 years now on that, man. Almost coming to it.
that's
So
crazy, isn't it? I was thinking that
it's
I was going down the rabbit hole the other day and just looking at everything. I was like, ah, man, it's been almost 6 years, 7 years since we've been a band.
yeah,
So
and I've been a part of y'all for about five, so it's
I
been
know it.
been a hell of
You
a ride,
have,
man.
yeah.
Been a hell of a ride, man. Yeah, man. Well, that's awesome, dude. And like I was saying earlier, man, I was listening to Bottom Feeder, and it's a very much a different, you know, way that you guys are going on that song. And I heard a lot of heaviness, a lot of blast beat incorporations, a lot of melody in the vocals. Justin's voice was phenomenal on that. And and I think you had a little bit to do with that too. I heard a little, harmonizing with y'all, and
Yep.
yeah,
I took over on the clean vocals now.
yeah.
Unfortunately, I'm not the best clean singer in the world, but I do what I can. So
That's awesome, man. No, but it sounded really, really, really good, dude. And I was like very amazed and very surprised on that direction that y'all were going on that song. And hopefully we'll hear more in that area, maybe, or
oh
just
yeah,
going straight back to Soothsayer stuff. But either way, man, you guys are sounding amazing. Sound better than ever. Happy for
thank
y'all,
you,
man.
thank you
You
so
know.
much, Richie. I appreciate that, man.
No problem, brother. No problem. So, man, we're just gonna jump around the gambit here of questions, just to make the interview fun and all that stuff. So it's pretty cool, man. Why do you play music, man? What drives you to play music?
Well, so I started as a young boy, probably about in third grade. My mom had a piano, and I kind of just remember getting on and playing around, pressing random keys and not really knowing what I was doing. But she heard and she's like, "Okay, let's take you to some lessons and see what happens." And so I tried to do piano lessons, and I absolutely hated it.
Yeah,
Um, and I think a couple of my grandfather at the time, he had a couple guitars, and then a couple of buddies of mine had some guitars. So I was like, hey, I really want to learn that instrument. So she got me an acoustic. I don't even think it was just like a little Fender acoustic. It wasn't had a crack on the neck on and everything. Like it wasn't anything too fancy or anything, but I took that thing everywhere and I played the hell out of it. Um, and then I just started getting more and more instruments, more guitars, more amps, and I started learning other band songs. And I think a big thing for me, a big turning point in my endeavors with this music thing was going to the local shows here in Abilene, and watching Justin, and some other friends, at the time playing and doing, the band thing. And I would go and watch them play and think, "Oh man, I really want to do that," And so I just started, a band and with some high school buddies, and we kind of played around and did some things, nothing too big, but we did some cool stuff. And then I think Justin hit me, or no, I was riding around and I had another friend who was going to be jamming with Justin and Kaylee at the time, and he wanted to bring me in. So that's kind of how that happened. And I was also in another band which just came back, by the way, called Far From Nothing.
mm,
Um,
okay.
So they knew me from that and knew that I was capable on the guitar end of things. So we just started jamming and kind of took off. And I don't know, it just kind of became a lifestyle for me. And now I took on learning production and um, I write a lot for clients that don't necessarily have a band aspect or things like that. I do ghostwriting. So I just involve myself in it because it's, a part of me and what I love to do. And I don't think I'll ever stop, man.
That's good, man. That's good. That's good to know, man. And I've always wondered that about I wonder about that, how everybody gets their start in music, and it starts off as innocent as it could be at a young age, and then the next thing you know, it flourishes into something that you never
You never would
want
have
to stop,
imagined. Yep.
and you don't want to stop it.
Nope.
So it's all good, man. I mean,
I
I
mean,
yeah, go ahead.
I've told my wife Tatum, you practically are gonna have to wheel me up on stage in a wheelchair before I'm done.
There you go.
I'll have a heart
Yeah.
attack up there before I'm done playing. So
Right. Go out Aussie style, man.
yeah, man, straight up.
And speaking of Ozzy, man, I know that was a terrible loss to
Rip
everybody.
Ozzy, man.
And what were your favorite memories of Ozzy growing up, and what was your first time listening to Ozzy?
Oh man. Um Ozzy was a huge influence in my life because my dad, of course, my stepdad, Brennan, he is a huge metalhead. So growing up, I just remember having fond memories of being in his Mustang and us driving around and listening to Metallica and Ozzy. And yeah, just he was a huge fan of Ozzy himself. So I guess it really hit hard at home whenever I found out the news that Ozzy had passed. And I of course called my dad that day, and he was sad and torn up
Yeah,
about it. So yeah, he was a huge influence on music in general, kind of shaped what we know as the metal industry, and he helped shape that. And will be, obviously hugely missed by everybody, including me. That Ozzy was, a huge influence growing up. So, um, anyways, yeah.
yeah, yeah, man. My first recollection of Ozzy, I was with my dad and my step mom at her at her parents' place, and my cousin, he's my step cousin, my cousin John.
Yeah.
He had the album Bark at the Moon, and I saw that cover for the first time, and I was like, whoa, Ozzy with that makeup on, it looked real evil, and
So
then
cool, man.
eh, so, and I was like, man, I got it, we turned it on, and first song, Bark at the Moon, I was like hooked, hooked, man. So that's where my love for metal came in, and it was just one of those rides that I haven't gotten off, the
Yeah.
crazy train.
You look at his life too, and you get hugely influenced by it because Ozzy, he went through a lot growing up, actually,
Hmm.
and was rejected by people. And um, to come from that kind of struggle to where he, got to and being the Prince of Darkness. I mean, known worldwide by everybody. It's crazy what can happen to you in life. And
Yeah.
he definitely. I know there was points in his life where he dealt with a lot of drugs and stuff, but it was good to see him at the end kind of realize and come back from all of that. And
Oh yeah, yeah. There's always a redemption story somewhere.
yep,
You
absolutely.
know, you know. Right, man. Well, moving on. Yeah. Rest in peace, Ozzy. Uh, is there a song that you would like to cover or wish you had wrote?
That's a good one, Richie.
I've been thinking about these a lot.
Wish that I could cover or that I wrote. Um, Let me think. So there's a song by Era called
Hmm.
Skyline. It's an older song, couple years older off their older album. That song is gorgeous, and it's a huge kind of influence to the sound, my sound that I write. But I hear that
Hmm.
song sometimes and I'm like, there's a riff in it and a breakdown pattern that I'm like, man, That is so cool. I wish I had thought of that.
Exactly.
But yeah, Era Skyline
All
would be
right,
the
cool.
song.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Yeah. As you know, man, I don't know if, yeah, I think you remember this, that Bonds shut down the live music
Yes.
part of it, it's going to go away completely. But
Right,
what is
right.
your what, and I know you guys played there many times and stuff. And what was y'all's favorite memory and takeaway of that?
Man, there were so many good memories at Bonds. So there was I can't remember exactly the day or the show in particular, but I remember there was a big crowd. I'm trying to remember. I think Conjured may have played.
I think I was
Um,
at that show. Yeah.
yeah, it was a big show. But anyways, a good memory from it, which it wasn't funny at the time, but now I look back with Ryan and we kind of laugh. But it was at towards the end of the show. We had a great night and everything, and he's like, "Hey, let's go take a shot," at the bar, and I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool." Well, we take a well shot, and I'm pretty sure it's like Kentucky Deluxe or something, just something gross. And
uh,
I went and took it, and you ever like second guess and like almost kind of like gag? Well, that happened to
yeah.
me, and it came out my nose. And I mean,
Mm.
everybody was just laughing, but at the time, I wasn't happy about it at the time. But looking back, it was a funny memory and a good night. I just remember everybody had a good time that night, and it was a good crowd reaction. I definitely will miss Bonds because that was like a second home in a way. San Antonio, I love San Antonio. Me and my wife, we love to come to San Antonio sometimes and vacation and get away from Abilene
Yeah.
and go do something different. So it was
Yeah.
always fun to come and play at Bonds and um, go do things afterwards as a band. We would go
Yeah.
and hang out and go eat cool places and so yeah, that will be a place that I will miss dearly because the people were good there, the vibe was good there. It was a good atmosphere there. Great stage in my opinion. I think that it had plenty of room to get your stuff around and do what you
Hmm.
needed to do. The music
Yeah.
or the music sounded great there. Sound system was great. So I would love to see Bonds come back. I hope maybe one day that they'll fix it or figure it out and bring it
Yeah.
back. But we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see on that one. Yeah, I've been hearing rumors that it's gonna, after it gets shut down and demolished completely. I heard the owner's gonna reopen it somewhere else down the line, some in I don't know how many years, but we'll see how
Yeah,
long that takes. But
yeah.
we'll see. You never know. Never know.
Never know.
And yep. And speaking of Abilene and the music scene there, man, I've been fortunate enough to go to Abilene and witness a few shows over there with you guys
Right,
and with with all the other bands that are there, Life Undone, Victera when they play there. Even though they're a San Angelo band, they consider Abilene home,
right.
and stuff
Yeah.
like that, and uh, and I enjoy it every time I go there. I enjoy it. And tell me, how was the Abilene scene? Is it getting better, dude, or is it kind of seemed like to fall off a little bit in like other like big cities like Dallas or here in San Antonio or Austin?
So it seems like most places you could feel scene impact, but Abilene it's always had its ups and downs. It seems like it's kind of coming up on an up period. I've been
Hmm.
seeing a lot of new people, a lot of new faces. The times that I've gone and went to shows. So I would say that yeah, it's getting better. I definitely think that we need more places here in Abilene to play at. Um, Diversity is always good to have. Um, as long as scheduling can work between the venues and you don't overcrowd or overdo it.
Hmm.
Um, but it would be great to have other places to play that are more metal community acceptive. Um, the zone seems to be the only place as of lately that we have Fat Boys. There's Fat Boys, and you can play at. They're pretty good to, with the metal community and everything. But the zone is really the place that you want to play at when you come to Abilene. And like I said, we could definitely use more diversity with it, and I think that it is on an up period, but it could, there's obviously things that could be done better.
Yeah, you can always use a little work,
Yep,
like
always.
pretty much. Yeah, yeah. No, I've been to Fat Boys with One Last Attempt when they played there,
Hmm.
and that was a good time.
Yeah,
And then the Zone, I've been there a few times now, so I've always enjoyed going to the Zone and getting to know
zone's
everybody
great.
there. Oh yeah, Zone's an awesome place. I would like to see more places like that, like the Zone, like in that structure here in San Antonio, where there's a second level and maybe an outdoor. There's outdoor places, but I would like to see more of that
More
kind
of
of
it.
vibe, more of
Yeah,
that vibe, the vibe,
absolutely.
and that would be an awesome thing. But hey, man, it's been great talking to you, Hunter, man, and this kind of I'm getting down to the last little fun part of the show here,
Sweet.
and uh, and this is a little game show that I created called In Your Opinion, and I think you
Oh,
might have
okay.
played this with me one time, but I'm gonna get
Probably so.
yeah, get the revision here and see if your mind has changed a little. And I know you don't play these guitars exclusively, but in your opinion, better guitar, Jackson or ESP?
Well, I do love Jackson, so I would have to go with Jackson.
All right, cool, cool.
I could get
Or
I could get slandered for that by many people. So, so
hey, I coached you into that question. I'm sorry.
you're good, man.
All right, man. Horror movie, Freddy or Jason?
Ooh, I'd say Freddy because he can get
Freddy.
inside your nightmares.
Oh yeah.
You're
Oh yeah.
nowhere safe.
Mm-mm, mm-mm. Yeah, I'll take Freddy on that one. Sense of humor. That's what
Oh
gets me.
yeah. Yep. Yep. He
All
thinks
right.
it's funny what he's doing.
Yeah, exactly. That's fucked up.
It is.
Yeah. Okay. Tough one. Metallica or Megadeth?
Oh man, I got to go with Metallica on that. I'm a huge Metallica fan, man. I've got
All
a
right.
banner in my room that literally is the Ride the Lightning uh
There you go.
album. So yeah.
There you go.
Sorry, Megadeth fans.
Well, they're retiring, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. All right. I'm going to change this one up a little bit. Normally, I ask thrash or death metal on this one, but since you're a metalcore guy, I'm going to go metalcore or deathcore.
Ooh, it's hard because I do love both a lot. Um, I gotta go metalcore though, man. That's my love. That's my passion. Um, and I love it because it's just you can kind of do whatever you want in metalcore nowadays, and it's
Yeah.
still kind of metalcore. So
Awesome, man. Awesome. Cool, man. All right. I don't know if you do any sports at all, but I'm going to change this one since it's football season. Cowboys or Texans?
Cowboys,
Good
even
man.
though, yeah, I need to keep up with it more this year. I kind of fell off. So
Yeah, I'm invested now this year because I'm doing. Some buddies of mine got together and they wanted to do like a fantasy football thing. So I'm
okay,
into. This is my second time doing it. I'm never really good at it, but
yeah,
I'm having fun with it. Just mixing and matching all the damn players and everything. And I got a
yeah,
few cowboy players on there, so
hell
it's gonna
yeah,
be
man.
fun. It's
I
gonna be a
had
fun year.
coworkers do that at my work. So
Yeah, yeah, it's pretty fun. All right, old school man. Priest or Maiden?
Judas Priest,
There you go. All right, cool, cool. All right, Ford or Chevy?
Chevy.
Chevy, good man. All right, and I know you're going to get this one right. Uh, Richie T podcast or Joe Rogan?
Richie T podcast.
There you go, brother. There you go. Well, hey, man, it's been fun, dude. That's kind of the interview I've been wanting, dude. And we
Hell
got
yeah, man.
and just trying to get this thing up and running, man. You're my second interview on this, and I know it's
Well,
kind
I'm
of
glad I
funky
could
with
do
the
it, man.
I know it's kind of funky with the view and everything, but we'll get it straightened out next time, man.
Heck yeah.
And like I tell you before, man, and you know this one, man. You got any shout outs to your family, friends, and fans? Let them know.
Yes, sir. Shout out to all the fans and friends that listen to my music, and shout out to Colin, obviously again, my best friend, studio partner. Um, and shout out to all my bands.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Very cool, Connor. Man, again, man, thank you again, man, for doing this with me, man. I'm just trying to get this thing up and running, and thank you very much, man, for your
Thank you for what
friendship
you do,
and
man. You do great work, and I appreciate what you do for the metal community too, man.
I
Really do.
appreciate that. Thank you, man. All
Yes,
right,
sir.
guys. Well, all right. Well, we're going to end it here, and thank you to Hunter once again, and give my page this YouTube thing that I've got going on. Give it a like and subscribe. Tell your friends about it. Let's get this thing going, and let's enjoy the ride together. And that's going to do it for me, man. Thanks a lot, Hunter,
Yes,
once
sir.
again, and we will see y'all next time.
Later.
Later. Figure out how to get out of this thing now. There we go. All right. Oh, shit.